Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Mike, and I'm going to show you how to get the best dodge and armor combination in Payday 2 by using a new concept called effective armor. As I'm sure you know, there are three main types of builds: dodge, armor, and hybrid builds. Most people either go with armor or dodge all the way and ignore the other stat completely. However, this is not the best idea, because you can actually get a higher armor rating than a fully armored ICTV using the armor or perk deck if you use the concept of effective armor, like I hinted at before. So then, what is effective armor? Basically, when you're wearing armor and you have some dodging capability, the combination of these two stats is your effective armor. This is also the grounds for comparison between builds that have armor but no dodge, and builds that have dodge but little armor. Think of it as an adjusted armor value that more accurately represents what you can expect to see when you start getting shot. The formula for determining your adjusted armor is armor value divided by 1 minus probability of dodge. And this formula makes sense because if your dodge is 0, then your effective armor is just your armor value. That works. And if your dodge is 100%, then your effective armor is infinite because you'd be dodging every bullet, which also makes sense. So here's a quick example. Let's say you have 100 armor and you have 50 dodge. Then that would be the same thing as having 100 divided by 0.5 equals 200 armor with no dodge. Make sense? Yes? Alright, good. Now let's get on with the cool stuff. Since I'm a huge nerd, I went ahead and made a spreadsheet and actually crunched all the numbers, and here are the results. Using the Crook perk deck, Sneaky Bastard Ace, and all the appropriate skills, you can get an effective armor rating of 319 for the heavy ballistic vest, which is 8 armor more than an ICTV using armorer. And that was assuming that the ICTV does benefit from a 10% boost to dodge while you're sprinting. However, you can save 8 skill points and not take Sneaky Bastard Ace, just get the basic one, and still go with the heavy ballistic vest because the numbers are still in its favor. It only loses out to the lightweight ballistic vest by 1 effective armor point while sprinting, and that's definitely not worth 8 skill points. But what if you don't want to invest in the dodge perks at all? What if you want to bring a minigun and RPG and have 75 detection? Well, that works too, because for sacrificing some effective armor, you can ignore the additional dodge skills, come with max detection, and the best choice is still the heavy ballistic vest. It's still not as good as having the Sneaky Bastard perk, but it's not that bad either. This is pretty comparable to having an ICTV, but without the speed penalty. The best thing about the idea of effective armor that I just made up is the fact that it gives you options and a little more control over your build. Because you should create a build around your playstyle and not the other way around. And hopefully this will help you do that just a little bit better than you already could. Also, just a really quick disclaimer. The idea of effective armor doesn't apply to snipers or dozers because those things can take down your shields in one shot if the sniper hits you or if a dozer has a shotgun. However, due to the law of large numbers and probability, this does hold up for 95% of the things that will be shooting at you, because a large amount of low damaging bullets will better approximate and realize your effective armor than a small amount of high damaging bullets will. So try to keep that in mind if you're trying to engage snipers, or there's a bunch of dozers with shotguns. But yeah, I hope you guys found this interesting. This is something I take into account for all my builds, so maybe you will too now. And this update was very friendly towards dodge builds. So if you haven't tried in a while, now is the perfect time to get back into dodge builds. With that in mind, if you liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you're into that kind of thing. But either way, regardless of what you do, have a good day everybody, and happy heisting.